I think Insta360 may have just gone from interesting competitor to serious threat for the DJI Neo 2. And no, I'm not saying that because of another blurry leak or a random rumor floating around online. This time, we actually have patent drawings that appear to show what could become Insta360's first true pocket drone. If you've been following the Neo category, this is probably the biggest development we've seen in months, because for almost a year we've been wondering whether Insta360 would enter this space, and now it finally looks like they have a very real plan. The bigger question, though, isn't whether they're making a Neo competitor. The real question is whether they've actually understood why people fell in love with the Neo in the first place. Because building a small drone is easy. Building one that people genuinely want to carry every single day is much harder. If you've watched my previous videos, you'll know this didn't happen overnight. Around a year ago, we started seeing mysterious testing photos showing 2 compact drones alongside Insta360's anti-gravity A1 project. Almost everyone focused on the larger drone because it looked far more exciting, while the smaller one barely got any attention. Then, a few weeks ago, eagle-eyed viewers spotted another compact drone sitting behind Insta360 CEO Lu Jingkang in a social media video. At that point, it still wasn't enough to prove anything. It could have been another engineering prototype that never reaches the market. But now these newly surfaced patent drawings show a foldable enclosed propeller drone that matches what we've been seeing for months. None of this officially confirms the final product, but when multiple pieces of evidence start pointing in the same direction, it becomes much harder to dismiss as coincidence. Now let's talk about why Insta360 isn't trying to compete with the Mini series or the Mavic series. I honestly think they're aiming at something much smarter. They're chasing the Neo category because that's where DJI quietly created something completely new. Before the Neo, most consumer drones were still treated like dedicated equipment. You packed a controller, checked batteries, unfolded arms, waited for GPS, and prepared for flight. Even the smaller drones still felt like drones. The Neo changed that feeling. Suddenly, flying became casual. You grabbed it almost like an action camera, launched it from your palm, captured a few clips, landed it, and continued your walk. That's a completely different mindset, and I think that's why the Neo became so popular despite not having the best camera, the best battery, or the best range. It removed friction, and products that remove friction usually become the products people actually use. That's why I think Insta360 has been watching this category very carefully. They already understand creators. They already dominate the consumer 360 camera market. They know people want to capture moments quickly instead of spending 10 minutes preparing equipment. So rather than attacking DJI where DJI is strongest, they're going after the category where convenience matters more than raw specifications. And honestly, that's probably the smartest move they could make. Looking at the patent itself, the first thing that immediately stands out is the folding mechanism. Unlike the Neo's rigid body, this design appears to fold in the middle, using a central hinge while keeping all 4 propellers enclosed inside protective guards. At first glance, it doesn't seem like a massive difference, but I actually think this could become one of the biggest selling points if it makes it into the final product. One of the few compromises with the Neo is that although it's small, it's still one fixed shape. A foldable design could make it much easier to slip into a sling bag, a camera pouch, or even some larger jacket pockets. That may sound like a tiny improvement, but small improvements in convenience often make the biggest difference in real life, because they determine whether you actually bring the product with you or leave it at home. But here's where I think people need to slow down. Folding isn't automatically better. DJI deliberately made the Neo rigid for a reason. A rigid frame is generally stronger, simpler, and often more durable in crashes. Fewer moving parts usually mean fewer things that can eventually wear out or fail. So Insta360 has a balancing act here. They need to make folding genuinely useful without sacrificing the toughness that makes beginner drones so approachable. If the hinge feels weak or introduces wobble into the frame, people won't care how compact it is. Durability matters just as much as portability. Then we come to what is probably the biggest rumor surrounding this drone, the possibility of 360-degree capture. Some reports suggest Insta360 could integrate a compact 360 camera into this platform, while others believe it'll use a more conventional stabilized camera similar to the Neo. Personally, I think this decision could completely define the product. A traditional camera would make it a direct Neo competitor, but a true 360 pocket drone would instantly become something completely different. Imagine launching the drone, flying without worrying where the camera is pointing, and deciding your framing afterward using Insta360 software. That's something DJI simply doesn't offer today. It would also fit perfectly with Insta360's biggest strength, which is giving creators flexibility after they've already captured the footage. Of course, there are obvious challenges. A 360 camera adds weight, increases processing requirements, consumes more battery, and raises production costs. So while it's exciting to imagine, we should remember that it's still just speculation at this point. What I find even more interesting is the difference in philosophy between these two companies. DJI has always focused on making products feel polished. You buy them, they work, and everything fits neatly into one ecosystem. Insta360 has always been more experimental. They're willing to take risks with unusual ideas, AI-powered workflows, modular products, invisible selfie sticks, reframing, and creator-first software. Sometimes those experiments don't appeal to everyone, but every now and then they completely reshape how people create content. If they bring that same mindset into this drone, I actually hope they don't simply copy the Neo. I hope they create something that feels unmistakably Insta360. However, that's also where they could make their biggest mistake. Companies often think the way to beat a successful product is by adding more features. More modes, more settings, more accessories, more complexity. But that's exactly what could ruin this category. The reason people love the Neo isn't because it does everything. They love it because it asks almost nothing from the user. Pull it out, press a button, capture the moment. That's it. If Insta360 tries turning this into a tiny flying Swiss Army knife with endless menus and complicated workflows, I honestly think they'll miss the point completely. Simplicity is the feature people don't mention in spec sheets, but it's often the reason they keep using a product years later. Spent a lot of time reading comments from Neo owners, and it's amazing how consistent their requests are. Very few people ask for an 8K camera or a larger sensor. Instead, they mention battery life. They want stronger wind resistance because lightweight drones struggle outdoors. They want quieter propellers. Better tracking that doesn't suddenly lose the subject. More reliable obstacle awareness. Better low-light performance. Some even want onboard SD card support, instead of relying entirely on internal storage. These aren't flashy marketing features, but they're exactly the kinds of improvements that would convince people to switch brands. If Insta360 has been paying attention to the community, they already know where the real opportunities are. There's also a much bigger story happening here. A few years ago, it was almost impossible to imagine a company seriously challenging DJI across multiple creator categories. Today, that's changing. Insta360 has built one of the strongest creator ecosystems outside DJI. They dominate consumer 360 cameras. They're expanding into microphones. They have the anti-gravity drone project. They entered the pocket camera conversation with Luna and Luna Ultra. And now they're preparing what appears to be their first serious entry into the compact selfie drone market. Whether every product becomes a success is another question, but you can clearly see the strategy. They're no longer building individual gadgets. They're building an ecosystem that encourages creators to stay inside the Insta360 world. Current reports suggest this drone could arrive sometime between the end of 2026 and the first quarter of 2027, which actually sounds realistic considering we still haven't seen the kind of regulatory filings that usually appear just before launch. That gives Insta360 time to continue refining the design and perhaps surprise us with features that don't appear in the patent drawings. As always, patents only tell us part of the story. They show engineering ideas, not necessarily the final product sitting on store shelves. For me, though, this entire story comes down to one simple question. Does Insta360 understand why the Neo became successful? Because it wasn't the camera, it wasn't the range, it wasn't even the price. It was the feeling. The Neo feels effortless. It removes the mental barrier between seeing a moment and recording it. If Insta360 can preserve that effortless experience while solving 2 or 3 of the biggest frustrations Neo owners have been talking about for months, then I genuinely think DJI will have its first real challenger in this category. But if they get distracted by chasing specifications instead of simplicity, then this will probably end up as just another interesting drone that people admire online but rarely carry with them. Now I want to hear from you because I know a huge part of this community either owns a Neo or has seriously considered buying one. Imagine Insta360 invited you to join the development team tomorrow, but they gave you one rule. You can change only one thing before this drone goes into production. What would it be? Longer battery life? Better wind resistance? A 360 camera? Better tracking? Quieter propellers? Foldable design? Or something completely different? And here's the more interesting question. If Insta360 launched this tomorrow and DJI responded with a Neo 3 6 months later, which company do you honestly think would win that battle? And why? Let me know in the comments because I have a feeling this could become one of the most competitive creator tech categories over the next couple of years.